Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 Eldorado expansion. I'm never going to say that correctly. Waffle Wars edition. We're playing illest again. Very, very difficult start we've got going on here. I am going to go ahead and move my trading port into Tangiers. Well, it doesn't matter where. Oh, it's got to be Tangiers or Ceuta. So, I mean, the actual location of the port I don't think makes a difference. We're going to go ahead and move it over here, and it cost me 300 Diplo power. But we're going to hope that this improves our overall income. Last tick, our trade was 2.8. Let me take these fleets. We're going to move to protecting in the Seville trade node now, that we're no longer getting the debuff to our trade. We're getting like minus 50% from collecting trade, not in our capital. Over here, I'm going to... I don't want to collect from trade here. Why don't these... There we go, you're transferring. Why can't I transfer? There we go, transfer trade power. So, first of all, let's check. 2.9. It is now changed. Yeah, I'm going to... Actually, instead of transferring, since we don't have a majority over here, I will try to collect from trade in this node using the Seville guy. Obviously, we'll get the penalty, but it might be worthwhile. So we'll wait until February and see how that impacts things. 2.92. Basically no difference on whether we collect or... actually, well, we haven't tried transferring here. So now let's swap to transferring. And see what that does in March. I don't think the length of the month matters for the trade. Oh, for crying out loud. Fuck crying out... No! Be paused. Be paused. Be paused. Be paused. Be paused. Okay. Are both my fleets about to get destroyed? Oh, wow. Yeah, they've got... some of them are cogs, but they do have galleys going. And I would much rather them just run away. Bamanas, tell me... Great Britain and Bamanas both jumped in. That is going to be really huge. Meanwhile, Luongo did come in. They're not a co-belligerent, but we can potentially pull them in regardless. And Garjet is a vassal, so we can't negotiate. Okay, well, obviously we're going to pump our army maintenance. We're going to need some loans around here. I am going to go ahead and do that. Well, it actually saves quite a bit of money. And we are going to go ahead and stand with the Benin troops and actually maybe take out the Ducalis as quickly as possible. No, they're just going to leave. All right, fair enough. Over here, I don't think we're going to get reinforced, so as soon as we can, please run away. Please run away. We do have a leader. We have a really good leader with the Fire of 4. We don't have, like, the inland ships. How are we doing on damage? We haven't lost one yet. We're going to have to babysit this very carefully. And just watch as our damage gets low before we lose anyone. Because if they start to lose some of their barks, we might do alright. My god, this is a lot of troops. Oh, no, we just lost one. Really? Oh, yeah, no, we're losing them fast. So go ahead and run away. That's fine. You are here, which is fine. Too bad we don't have those heavies. Select a mission. Take Ducala. That would be really nice. Here, let's take the mission. Could happen. We could actually just go stand over here. Try to kill some time. So they're sitting in Highlands, so we can't really attack them, which is kind of frustrating. You're in Tangiers. Good. You're mostly just going to sit there. We might be able to flatten these guys before they get reinforced. I'm not sure. We can also just force them to abandon the siege. Like, we start the attack over here right before they flip. That might be a thing. I'm hoping that we get our reinforcements from Bamanas and Great Britain. Looks like Bamanas is having to deal with a few rebellions over here. So, well, we're not going to go to an advisor. We don't have the money for that. Be nice if we had a better leader, though. I don't suppose. What's our army tradition? I may want to go and spend a point and try to roll a different leader. We're also on the verge of getting another military tech, though. Which is a tactics tech. 2 years away. Oh, man, that is tough. And right now we're slightly ahead, so actually we'll probably get it next year. Doubly so if we went and just set a national focus on military. Which might be a little crazy. Crazy like a fox. Let's do it. So for now, let's just move into Ducala. It's coastline. We don't have good defense. Oh, they're actually going to move. If they're coming for me, I don't want to fight there. I want to fight them in, like, the mountains. What are you doing? Alright, let's try to hide in the mountains over here. Can we potentially get away? 20? Yes, we are. Good. Keep chasing me into the mountains. In fact, what I want to do is, like, divide my troops up here. And can I bait you into attacking me? That would be the all-time awesome. Look, I'm super weak. Come and attack me in the mountains over here. No, they're not buying it. Alright. So how many troops? Oh, hey, and we got more reinforcements here. Or no, that's the Benin army. We have a lot of people here. So we have my 8 plus their 6. That's 14. If we attack them in the coastline here, they have no maneuver. We do have maneuver. Just out of curiosity, what kind of guy might I get from the leader? Oh, okay, we're going to do that. 3-3. Now I'm feeling very confident. Let's go and smash ace. Benin, you're supposed to be following me. Benin, follow me. I mean, they'll join in after the fact, but I'd like them to be there from day 1 so that we can get a few extra force. Why are they stopping? What the fuck, Benin? Why are you such shit? Oh my god. Seriously, you should have been here in day 1. All right. We've swapped improving relations with Benin. Yeah, because they're dorkists. All right, we have exactly the same stats over here. What are their military tech? They are Tech 5. Tech 4 with Benin, Tech 5 with us. But we have a much better leader. Also, we got a couple of really good rolls. Guys, this is going to work out. Holy crap. Holy crap. Now, we're going to be really low in morale. I don't think we can afford to chase them down. That's a lot of war score, though. That is a ton of war score. What I think is going to happen is we might take... Oh, we can sit in the mountains. Hang on. Yeah, we're going to just move into Fez and just siege Fez. We can probably say you no longer have to attach to me. And this is Highlands too. Me detach a siege and then go there. Let's not do that. That's derpy composition. Split in 2. Do it that way. And if they want to attack me over here, I'm okay because I can reinforce them somewhere else. We may want to. You know what? I will actually. Hold on. I'm going to select the army. I'm going to consolidate because we have no real manpower. I'm going to consolidate these guys. Now split them in 2 and go there. And potentially get 1 unit of mercenary. Which is going to be a men-at-arms. Oh, can't hire overseas. Can't hire overseas. This counts as overseas. Oh! So no, this is really useful actually. So this does not count as being connected over here. Which is awful. Which means when I get everything along the coast, it's not going to resolve my problems. Wow. Wow. Let's take all my ships and try to run over here really quickly. Unmothball you. Come over here. Because we're going to have to transport these troops. Now, Ducala is actually what I want. God damn. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to solve our overseas problems. We can't ever recruit mercs over here at all. That is... Well, that's not true. Eventually, I can't move my... Oh my god, I can't move my capital anywhere over here. It all counts as overseas. And this is not isolated. Why is this not isolated? Oh, man. This game, though. Oh, hold on. Let's go and kick some ass over here. Because you don't have any heavies. Your barks, or whatever the hell they're called, are not going to help here. Can we catch these guys? Yes, we can. I'm using my my cogs, too, because anything I can throw in here is good. Especially since we weren't completely repaired. Well, mostly it's the cogs, actually, now that I think about it, have, like, no hit points, so a bunch of them might get destroyed. But maybe they'll catch some bullets for me, and that's important. Really? Are you that poorly reinforced? It's kind of derpy. Let's split you in half and in half again and send you over here. And just siege their territory. Alright, we will win that naval battle. Oh, it's not worth as much war score as I was hoping. Let's just detach the cogs. Apparently I didn't lose a single one of them. Go over there. We'll keep that full siege going on. I'm not going to split these guys up because I don't want to expose myself to danger. Although, I'm not sure that they have anything they can fight with at this point. I'm pretty sure I sank their entire navy. Oh. Reinforce quickly. They're... Wait. Highlands are only a -1? Highlands count as hills, not mountains? Oh, that is really disappointing. Are we going to reinforce in time? Yes, we are. Good. I mean, they're going to throw in some reinforcements too. But we do have a really, really good leader, which is making a difference. Oh, they have a 2-2-2 now. I'm hoping we're going to be okay, but apparently we're not because we roll zeros. Okay, they rolled a 0, but it might be a little too late for that. Another 0, 4-1. Oh, okay, we'll be okay. And Great Britain decides to show up with one guy. I can help! Honestly, it could have potentially made a difference. Alright. Group up. Can I possibly go for the stack wipe at this point? I'm not convinced that I can. So these are all highlands. But what I can do is move the choke point a little further ahead. Because this is highlands and they can't get around me. I don't think any of these guys... Well, I mean, they might have military access. I suppose that's always a possibility. Are these level 2 forts? They are as well. It's kind of annoying. So we'll siege what we can. We are going to get our next military tech very, very soon. In fact, this year, which is going to be nice. So I'm going to try to avoid... Oh, really, Great Britain? No, they're going to get a tick of morale. Great Britain, do not do that. Do not do that. Great Britain, don't. No, bad. Thank you. When we get our military tech, then maybe. We're going to actually have enough troops. Of course, we'll just get a random -1 stability. Of course we will. I'm going to want to go back up to at least 0. Alright, we are blockading here. They've got some units there, but that's fine. What's actually important is just that they don't have a unit over here. We're making a tiny bit of money. Why are we making some money right now? Trade income's actually down because we're not running our ships. No, yeah, we're losing tons of money. Alright, that's more appropriate. Come on, military tech. What was it, June? Actually going further behind? Why? Oh, that's right, there's a weird calculation because you get your points at the month, so it gets a little bit confused. So it is going to be in June. We will get it. There's no way... Oh, you're moving to Oran, which is drylands. As opposed to highlands. We're going to attack you over there, buddy. What time do you get there on the 13th? No, you're going to keep canceling your move. Alright, smart. Oh, because Great Britain is landing some extra troops. Although that might actually bait them into attacking over there. Truce ended. I like the new truce ending pop-ups. Okay. You are locked in on your move to Oran because... the Brits are there. We don't have any siege progress here, so I'm not worried about breaking that siege at all. We will go and kill the group of 4. Unfortunately, it's happening right before we get our tech. Well, actually, as long as we don't arrive... Yeah, so the 1st of June, we should actually be able to upgrade our units and get the new tactics bonuses. Oh, that's May. There, June 1st. Boom. Hello, bonus tactics. And, you know, infantry shock and all kinds of things. But tactics is the really good bit. And then we're going to... The next day, we show up using our newfound technology. They're still suffering from the -1 river crossing penalty, which is great. We'll then go and kill these guys over here, since they're all isolated and being stupid. We are going to win this war. And take Ducala. Which isn't apparently going to actually help us that much, because it's... Well, Ducala might be close enough that we don't get the distance overseas penalty with them, which would be very, very nice. And go over here. It is Highlands, but that's only a -1, apparently. Oh, we're going to do a consolidate because we don't have any manpower. So it's going to be our 5 versus their 3. Slightly better technology, and we may get reinforced. I'm actually not sure about that. And this is your, what, your 2-2? No, this is your 0-3. I thought we had a 3-3-3. 3-2? Well, that's still okay. I'm not sure if I want to take the engagement. These guys may not break the siege, actually. Where are you guys going to run to? You know what? I'm actually going to send back over this way. We might chase down this unit here. We can siege out Ducala, perhaps. Actually, what I can do is detach the siege. Oh, we need everyone except one, so no. I'll leave them together. Never mind. They might stop here, or they might be going there. I think those are the Luagan troops, so they may be running all the way home. Yeah. But we can deal with that. This is coastline. We're not going to get a river crossing penalty because we have high maneuver. They might reinforce, but we'll have pretty superior numbers. And they're going to start with no morale over here. So, well, they're going to move into here, which is coastline. But again, superior numbers. That's their 2-2-2 leader. A bad roll could bone us. We do have the superior tactics now. And we actually have 6k troops effectively against their 4.5. Yeah, let's take it. I think it's a good engagement. I don't know. I might be being stupid. Well, we got for the first good roll. Yeah, there we go. And they still didn't have a full recovered morale. Actually, we stack wiped them. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and siege out Ducala. Wichita is the war leader, so that's actually the one we got to mess up the most. We can leave a minimal siege over there, actually. What do I want to leave behind? Doesn't matter what I leave behind as long as it's 2 units. So let's go ahead and leave you and the mercs. You might need a recovery tick before you can actually siege, but that'll be okay. Meanwhile, we'll move over to Fez. Yeah, looks like that's true. But it also stopped them from building reinforcements there. Bit of a skirmish there, which we should be able to win. We don't have a full blockade of this coast, which may be a good thing to have, as opposed to here. Since we're not actually successfully sieging here yet, let's actually go ahead and do that. We'll move to the Gulf of Almeria. I'm hoping this is going to be enough ships to get 100%. It may not be. Oh, we're going to attack? Alright, I'm game. Let's do it. That will help out as much as possible because you are fighting in the Highlands. Probably with the reinforcements from Great Britain we'd be fine, but let's go ahead and smash them hard. Wow, I'm so worried about this war. Yeah, we don't have a full siege. Or blockade. I'll never get those words correct. Big war score. We could go after these guys, or we could try to stack wipe. This is Luangon again, so they might run to there, in which case we have someone waiting for them. Do I want to go here? It's coastline. We'll cross the river, but we have the maneuver, and they don't. Is anyone going to come with us? Looks like no. They might want to recover. They don't have full morale, though. No cabs. We'll get there before they get another reinforcement tick. That's a little dicey, though. No, let's just go ahead and siege out some of their stuff. I'm hoping these guys are running to over here, because we will just kill them if they do. Oh. Ew. Here. Interesting. Well. And there. Doubly interesting. Right, I forgot that's a vassal, too. We can take them out of picture. You guys are 100% dead, yeah? Lots of war score from that. What's the actual war goal? Ceuta. Yeah. I've got the ticking war score in my favor. Oh, this is fantastic. Boom, another stack wipe over there. Great Britain, I'm not convinced that was a very good move. I'm going to move over there with the idea that Great Britain will probably lose, but at least these guys will still be weakened, both in terms of morale and manpower, so we're going to get our ass over there. We can get a new administrative technology. We will potentially need points to core, but the production efficiency gives me a bit more money, which I need. Not much more money, but I'm going to go ahead and take it. And we get a mission. More national tax. Oh, yeah. I don't care about Catholicism reform desire. We might become Protestant. Because I don't usually become Protestant, and it'll be interesting to shake it up. Yes, we will renew the war taxes at the cost of 50 military power. I think the war is going to last long enough, and financially we are kind of boned, obviously. I could slow down my, my colony stuff, but I really want the colony to finish. still, do I want to take out loans? Let's go ahead and bring this down just a little bit like that. You are running to somewhere. I guess we'll stay together. How is my colony coming along? So we lost the... We're not doing 40 per year anymore. We're doing 25 a year. Were we doing 40? I think so. Oh, colonial maintenance. Wow, that is pretty brutal. But it's not shrinking the colony, which is important. I guess we'll leave it as is for now. Be nice once the war is over, though. We can bring our military maintenance back down to 0. We need to finish some of these sieges. You know what? Actually, let me move inland. Since we don't have a blockade, this siege will take forever. Moving inland, we don't have the -2 from the lack of blockade anymore. That army is growing quite a bit. I suspect they will probably attack the British. I'm actually really surprised they were able to assemble something again. You know what? Let me move this fleet over here. Since we don't have 100% and we can't get rid of the -2 penalty, let's move a full blockade here. That way we do get rid of the -2 siege penalty. We'll hopefully actually make some progress. We have meter siege? Oh, Great Britain! Oliver Brock! Hey, hey! There we go. So the sooner we finish that, the better. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in position to... I'm assuming they're going to go attack the British in Iran, and they are. On the 19th of June... Oh, and we actually finished the siege. Beautiful. And the siege control is mine. We might not get there in time to save the British. No, we did. Good. Even if we didn't, it's not the end of the world. I would have taken the engagement happily. With all the forces around and flat land. Yes, please. Good war score. I don't know where you're running to, but it's not going to be healthy for you. Oh, you're going to run to there. Another stack wipe. Wichita. We can separate piece out who... Oh, Luangan. Yeah, so as soon as the siege finishes, we will just... we're just going to annex those guys. Provincial unrest. We do have a lot of national unrest. Oh, war exhaustion is very high. Oh, I need my Diplo points. God, I need all the points. I mean, I could have canceled the... you know, going the war focus may or may not have been smart. I'm going to go with it was smart. Because, you know, why not? It makes me feel better about myself. Let's chase these guys down, wherever they go. We could also siege out Fez, because it's not coastal. We might just, like, just try to get a bunch of gold from these guys. I don't know if they have money. What's the tax base of this province? 6 tax base. Okay, expensive to core. And, of course, it'll still be distant overseas. But it's at least a little bit more powerful. Decent addition. Okay. Well, let's go and kill these guys. And then come back to Fez and try to siege it out. I'm going to go ahead and give instructions to my subjects that they should actually try to aggressively siege as much as possible. Oh, and yeah, the problem is we're dealing, you know, we can take this land... But it's resulting... I wonder, can I just feed it to these guys? That might be better. But I can't full annex it to a vassal. I could annex it and then maybe sell it to the vassal once we're at peace. So I'm just going to occupy it for now. And we'll see how it goes. And then we're going to move into there. Alright, won that battle. Lovely. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of siege blockade bonus over here. I have to put in a cut. Yeah, every battle we fight... does not improve our country the same way that you would normally get because of the distant overseas having the 75% autonomy, which is brutal. It's really like, how do we climb out of this sort of stalled area? Well, I'm pretty convinced that once we get our first colony underway, we'll get a little bit of something going on. Because for one, until this becomes, I mean, it'll still be distant overseas, but it's a little bit of an income, and then eventually it'll become a colonial government, which is not the end of the world. We should actually take a look at the colonial regions. Over here. Okay, so we'll be farming Brazil, basically, whether we go north or deeper in. These are pretty cheap, so we may not bother with those. Wow. Well, thank you very much for watching another episode of our Let's Play. It'd be nice to... Actually, since we can't blockade these guys, let's actually just protect trade in Seville. That's probably the best thing we could do. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.